So it's a really cold Sunday for me. You're seeing this video on Monday, but I'm out in the greenhouse. It is fairly cold out here. Like I can see my breath. I'm not sure how that's coming up on camera. I think the temperature is only like +4, so maybe 40. I have all my plants outside. I wanted to give you guys an update to show you how they're growing. Tomatoes and peppers, they love the heat, but I still bring them out because I want them to do well in the surroundings that they are given. So every single night we bring our plants inside, and then every single morning we bring them back outside. And so far there's only been a few things that haven't germinated. I also want to give you an update on the experiment I did with the kale. I did a water bottle experiment to see if it would sprout. I didn't bring that inside at all. I left it strictly out in the greenhouse. Again, we have negative nights still, and today it's pretty chilly. So we're in zone, I think we're zone 4 gardening. We've had snowfall in the last like week and a half, and these plants, they still come out. They need the UV or they'll start to, or sorry, they need the sun or they'll start to get all leggy, and I don't want that. So I'd rather have them out here with a little bit of dampness and cool, sorry, than having them inside not getting any kind of sunlight. So without further ado, let's check in with the plants.
Don't forget like, share, subscribe, and Papa.
So first and foremost, this is how I've laid out the greenhouse. I've organized it a little bit better. We're trying some things to see if they work or they don't. I had Mike make me a basket just out of some scrap wood to carry these in every single night. We are going to make more, but we're only going to do 2 wide instead of 3 because it is awkward getting in and out of the door. On the really, really chilly days, it doesn't do much at all, but it does take some of the dampness out of the air. We heat, oh, that's hot. Ouch. We take a couple tea lights. It doesn't do a huge deal. It's not warm in here by any means, but it does take the little bit of cold out of the air. And we're also experimenting with a bigger candle. Like, I can't really touch this for long. It's hot. So we're trying with the bigger candle to see how much warmth it actually shoots off. Is it major? No. Could I leave my plants out during the night? Not at all. But it does take some of that chill out of the air in the greenhouse. But I mean, maybe by a degree or 2 at most. And then we have 2 more over here, and they are also too high. I found, ouch, these, they're super cute, the little tiny ones. I don't know what else to use them for. Tomato update. Look at how beautiful all of the tomatoes are doing, even in this cool weather. They've pretty much all germinated. We have a bunch of different varieties. And they're all doing really well. Also trying my hand at doing my own flowers this year, growing them from seed. So these are straw flowers. I have some zinnias, which I'm not good with flower names. I just know all the ones that I chose look really, really pretty. So we'll see how well they're doing. So far, they're germinating really well. We have some, I think these are lemon cucumbers. Oh no, these ones are the jelly melons. They are more of an experiment. I don't think I'm gonna even like them, but they looked pretty cool, so I thought, why not? We have some potato cucumbers here. What are these? Oh, these are parsley. I'm thinking some tomatoes came up because I reused the soil, but this is parsley and savory, so it's just starting to come up. We have some more These are space saving cucumbers, so they're like, it's almost like a bush variety. They still bush out or vine out a little bit, but they are for space saving. So that, I've never had these before, so I hope that I love them because they look yummy and they fit exactly what I want. We have some purple broccoli. We have, these are my loofahs. We got to start them really early. This here is, what is this? That's cabbage. My bunching onions. Hyssop. And I think these are, oh, these are lemon cucumbers. So they're pretty small. They're just like about this big. And so I tried to get some plants that Mike and I would like, but on a smaller scale too, because it's only us two here. I do intend on giving away a lot of my food, so I do grow like cucumbers and tomatoes. I am not going to need all them, even if I can them. I am not going to need all them. So I do plant extra, A, because what if they don't germinate? B, it's especially now a good idea to get people into gardening and to gift these tomato plants to people, or I can donate the food. I can grow it as best to my ability, and I can donate the food to a local food bank. So no matter what way you spin it, there is no reason why I shouldn't be growing all of those tomatoes. But the lemon cucumbers, that's where we were at. The lemon cucumbers, they're smaller. I'm hoping that I like them. But you know, like I can eat a whole cucumber myself, but then when you have so many with just Mike and I here, if I just focused on planting all the regular cucumbers, these are onions. I gotta get them out of here and into their own little packets soon. Here's another tomato variety. They are leafing out a little bit different, but these are the hillbilly tomatoes. I have asparagus seeds here. Hopefully they'll be germinated soon. All my marigold, or some of my marigold, I'm going to plant some when it comes time to go into the ground. I'm also going to plant some from seed, but this is some marigold that I grew from seed. What else we got here? These are just flowers for, I think these are white flowers and purple flowers. We got some jalapenos that haven't germinated yet, and they should actually, I probably should have them inside because they like the warmth to get germinated. But 2 seeds are popping out there. But, you know what? I'm just going to leave them in there and let them do their thing. These are more loofahs. So I planted 4 loofahs in total. I went around, these are wild strawberries. Some of them didn't take, some of them are doing great. But the area where we had to clean up for where the garden is going, it had a bunch of wild strawberries. So instead of wrecking them, I'm trying to save some of them and then grow a patch of wild strawberries where I know where they'll be. I do want to get bigger strawberries as well, but we have wild ones right now, so that's what we're going to use. My peppers are finally starting to get their true leaves. Slowly but surely, and I don't mind as long as they don't go leggy, as long as they don't get tall and skinny. I don't mind them taking their time to grow because it's cooler and they like the warmth too. But these peppers as well, the Jimmy Nardellos, they're starting to get their true leaves. I did have 2 of these peppers, if you guys remember in a previous video that I'll link here. These weren't germinating, and none of these were germinating. I was super bummed about these because these are the paprika pepper. So I really wanted to make my own paprika this year. But you know what? We got 2 that did come up in the other one. So who knows? I doubt they'll come up, but they've been in there since March 27th. And these ones just decided to come up, even though they've been in there since March 27th. So maybe it's a little still too chilly. I am bringing them in and out. Maybe they just don't like it. I don't know why these ones germinated and those didn't, but is what it is. These are mostly my herbs. Look at how beautiful they're doing. So we have thyme. We have parsley. I have more parsley too. I'm going to be growing a lot of parsley. This is cilantro. This is chamomile. This is purslane, which it does grow wild, but I wanted to plant some seeds, got them to germinate, and I wanted to also see the difference between wild purslane and these ones in a controlled environment. This is broadleaf fennel. It's doing really well. And then this is supposed to be, but it's starting to look a little bit like this. It's supposed to be celery. So I don't know what's going on with those either. We do have a little seedling here though, so we'll just have to wait and see. And this is Pink Surprise Calendula. They're doing super awesome. I did transplant them because they were a little bit more condensed, so I gave them each a better little home, and they're doing really well. I love calendula. Awesome for the skin. Awesome, awesome. And they're beautiful flowers too. So that is pretty much my, I guess, my garden tour. I hope I'm not damaging them by having them out in the cooler weather, but so far, I mean, I think this is like the 4th or 5th day, I want to say, not in a row, but in total since I've been transplanting or transporting them in and out of the house. This is like the 4th day where it's been a cold day like this. And so far they're still germinating, they're still going strong, so we will see. So I planted lettuce and kale and experimented with them because A, I have so many seeds, and B, they're cold weather crops. So they can handle a light frost, so they can handle colder temperatures as well, both at night and during the day. So my thing was, will they germinate? Will they germinate outside in the cold? And without further ado, let's find out. So this is the lettuce I planted about a week ago. And so far, it's doing awesome. It is sprouting all over. So it's doing well. It's doing really well. And in about a month or so, I'll have some lettuce that I can harvest. So now let's take a peek at the kale and see how it did. So the kale did germinate and sprouted and is growing. The only difference I'm seeing with this, and I've never really grown kale before, so if you know if this is normal, if it's just because it got cold, let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm noticing some white around the first set of leaves. And then that one there, this one has quite a bit of white. So I don't know if that's from the cold or what, but I'll keep you guys updated on how these do out in just the plastic greenhouse. Also, something that I want to start doing, which I'll do in another video, is because it still gets in the negatives here during the nighttime, I want to start experimenting with some plants that maybe are cold weather tolerant, but aren't so cold weather tolerant. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grow them in, put some soil down here. So I'll put some soil down here. It's a mini greenhouse I got from the dollar store. So I'm going to put some soil down here, and I'm going to plant some things, and I'm going to take you guys along in that journey to see how it works out, if it works out. I'll do a combination, so it'll be like a mini garden. I'll do a combination of cold weather crops and some warmer things that typically wouldn't grow out here in this climate, but they'll be in a double greenhouse, and we can always use fabric cloth. But I want to see and push the limits to see what I can grow there and how well it does. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, so far everything's going really good. Super excited. We have been so busy. First with the maple syrup, we had a lot of time boiling down. We did pretty good with the maple syrup in general. But we did have some that went sour because we left it outside, and it got to a really nice day, and I think 2 days in a row, and when we boiled it down it just didn't taste right. So you live and you learn. I keep saying that. Like I've said, I'm not an expert. I'm not here to teach you anything, more to hopefully inspire. If we can do it, I know you can do it. We are in a very cold climate as well, so now I'm learning this all over again, so I kind of feel new. I've never grown in a greenhouse before, so that's new for me. But if I didn't try it, I wouldn't know how to grow next year. So that's basically what I want to kind of say today. hopefully I'm not killing my plants right now. It would absolutely suck if they all died. But I also come out a few times during the day just to check on them, make sure they're doing okay, make sure the soil is nice and moist, and they're doing fine. They don't love the cold, but they're doing fine. And hopefully I don't kill them. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming and checking in on the greenhouse with me. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check us out over on Facebook or Instagram. I will leave those links down in the description as well. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscription button. And if you feel like you'd like to, please give this video a share. Help us grow. We are on a mission to grow to 500 within the next month or two. So yeah, and at 500 subscribers, we are going to have a giveaway. So until next time.